plays forensic expert Dr. Maura Isles, who for the past 5 seasons has forged a quirky and supportive relationship with her partner in crime fighting, Detective Jane Rizzoli. Together, they solved some of the most unusual murders in Boston in the buddy drama, Rizzoli and Isles. Take a look.
What do we got here?
Using this ultraviolet infrared DSLR camera, we take pictures of the burnt paper. The computer analyzes the image, and we can, up to 70% of the time, bring up whatever is underneath the burn.
Some fancy camera. Anything interesting yet?
Primarily receipts and pay stubs. I'm not sure what this fire was supposed to be covering up.
Well, we think they were laundering money. Creating receipts helps the income look legitimate. Maura, this is IRS. Right here. Maura, can you process this one right now?
Sure.
Please welcome Sasha Alexander.
Welcome back.
Nice to see all of you.
Sasha, I don't know if you were listening earlier. We were talking about Zoe Saldana and this kind of dismissive producer saying awful things to her. Have you ever had anybody shoot you down for your opinion?
Well, the first memory it brought to mind when I heard it was the first meeting I ever had as an actor. I met with a producer manager, and we were talking, and he was thinking about whether or not to take me on, and then he said, well, you know, you seem really bright. When I send you in on these meetings, I don't want you to talk too much because they don't want to know you're smart.
Wow.
And I got really uncomfortable and red. I think I was in my early 20s, and I stood up and I said, okay, well, I think that this meeting's over. I should just go.
Wow.
And I got up and I walked out, and he ran after me and said, no, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend you. I actually really meant it as advice.
Right.
And I have to say, he was right, because there is a lot of that in this business. So he didn't mean it bad, but it was pretty bad.
Did you sign with him?
It was shocking.
Did you sign with him?
No.
Yeah.
I didn't. But he's super successful, and every time I see him, he stops me and he says, you know, I'm so sorry. And
He probably thought he was trying to protect you. I mean,
he did.
You know, like in this way of like, oh, there are going to be other people who are going to be really like intimidated by how intelligent you are.
Yeah.
But he didn't.
He thought he was doing me a favor, but I just couldn't believe that. And you know, it was also uncomfortable because he was asking me not to be myself.
Right.
So basically, don't talk, don't share your opinion, don't be yourself, just act like that. And I didn't know how to do that. And I felt uncomfortable then with him that he was even asking me to do that. So then why would you work with a person if you can't be
yourself?
You know, that intimate, can't be yourself. So.
Earlier this year, you took a detour from your usual buttoned-up, straight character on Rizzoli and Isles, and you did something where you kind of let it all hang out. You did some nude scenes on Shameless. How fabulous. Did you love it?
Oh, look at how fabulous.
Oh, really?
Looked fabulous.
Thank you. Well, it's an awesome show. If you guys haven't seen it, it's such a really fun show. I was thrilled to go do it. It was a total departure for me, very provocative, very different character. But yes, the nudity part was really scary initially. And I went to my friend Lorraine Bracco on the show, and I was like, I don't know, do I do this? Do I not? And she said, honey, do it now or forever hold it. Just do it. And so, you know, yeah.
Sure, you don't want to miss the boat on that one. Now, you're back in the 6th season of Rizzoli and Isles.
Yes.
I don't have an agenda here, but a producer told me to ask you that people have been speculating that your character's relationship with your partner, Jane Rizzoli, is more than just a friendship.
Yeah, from the very beginning of the series.
And it's called like Team Rizzles or something.
Team Rizzles.
Really?
Rizzles, yes. They believe, I think it's in the Urban Dictionary or something, and it's described as Detective Jane Rizzoli and medical examiner Maura Isles have a romantic relationship. So they believe in that relationship.
Yeah.
Well, you know.
I heard that swap meet. Y'all gonna kiss this season.
Well, you know what? If they don't give us some interesting men on the show, I don't know where it's going to go. I'll tell you that.
But isn't it like a drinking game?
Like they've been so unlucky in love. I'm like, well, you know.
I know, right?
But isn't it like a drinking game?
Yes.
How does it work? Every time
Yes, every time we do something, whether it's a certain look at each other or we touch each other, anything like that, you drink.
Or if you fall asleep, like in a car, or
That could happen.
Yes. but just really quickly, I think the thing about women generally, even platonic women, is that we are really huggy, touchy-feely in real life.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and so you guys, best friends on the show, you would be kind of.
Absolutely, and the woman Tess Gerritsen who wrote the books, they're not romantically linked, but you can read into anything you want, and so I think that people relate to it also as their sister or their mother or their really close friend. And in the pilot of the show, we were in bed together, just lying next to each other, like, in a bad situation and talking as girlfriends. And for whatever reason, that was like the entrance into all these other
drinking
plans.
game.
The drinking
Team Rizzles. All right, I want to ask you about your mom because she has some really great natural remedies that we've been hearing about. Tell us about the raspberry and canker. Well, tell us about the 3 top home remedies, natural remedies.
Natural remedies of my mom. She's been, on these for my whole life, but now I've actually, engaged in all of them, and I know that they all work. So my mom is Serbian, of Serbian descent, and she has always just been raised on, she didn't shave till she was 30, so she really is all a natural. Raspberries, if you have a canker sore, you take a fresh raspberry, you hold it on your canker sore as long as possible, let's say 45 minutes or an hour, it goes away. It literally takes it away.
Really?
And I just used this week, my daughter got a sunburn while we were in Maui, and I put yogurt, fresh, cold yogurt on her face, and it sucks the heat out of it.
Like Greek yogurt or flavored?
Any kind of yogurt. It doesn't matter. Any kind of fresh yogurt.
Wow.
And there's something in the acidic, I don't know what it's called, but there's something that it sucks it out and it actually helps the skin.
And the earache?
And the earache is the garlic clove.
In your ear?
In your ear. It doesn't smell great, but it really truly...
drops, the garlic drops you can put in your ear.
See? And if you take a real natural, just garlic clove, a small one, just peel off the top of it, put it in your ear as long as possible. Or my kids, I do it all the time. They don't like the smell, but it goes away.
Wow. Wow. Well, speaking of motherly advice, I understand that you also get quite a bit of very vociferous advice from your mother-in-law as well, the incredible Sophia Loren.
Yes.
So what kind of advice does she give you?
Beauty advice or
Any
just
kind of advice at all? Or
Superstitious,
She's
right?
more superstitious, I would say. Superstition is on both sides, my mom and my mother-in-law. My mother-in-law, in Italy, I guess the color purple is not really the luckiest color, but then other places in the world, it's a royal color.
Yeah.
So when I was pregnant, my mother-in-law did not want me wearing purple. For whatever reason, it was just like, don't wear the purple t-shirt. Okay, so I got rid of the purple. And my mom had, she had like this evil eye rosary thing she would put in my daughters, when I had my daughter and my son, in their bassinet. When you take them out into public, it was like it wards off any evil or people look at your child and think anything negative or any kind of bad energy. So she was really big about that.
Warding
Which
it
I
off.
get it. I mean, I think that's not,
Get it.
Can't hurt.
We have so much good stuff to use. Sasha Alexander, everyone. Rizzoli and Isles airs Tuesdays at 9 on TNT. We'll be right back.